Well, what's up, good people? Welcome back to my channel. Listen, I feel like it's been a while since I've been on here. Maybe that's because of vacation. Speaking of vacation, I am super excited in this vlog to share some highlights and exciting memories from family vacation with my parents and my siblings. So let's go. I do have to give you a little disclaimer because something happened and it actually has to do with vacation. So you're going to hear about it in just a little bit when we get to that part. But I got a new phone. Yes, I got a new phone, an iPhone. So I don't have my split tab option anymore. I used to have my notes at the top so I wouldn't forget what I wanted to tell you guys, just little points so I could remember, different things to talk about. And then I would have my camera on the bottom. Now I just have my camera full screen and I have my notes to the side. So I just wanted to let you guys know, if y'all see me looking off to the side, it is because I have my little points that I want to make and just kind of share with you guys so I don't forget to tell you anything. So let's go. First Sunday of July, that is when we left for family vacation. I wanted to make sure that there were no vlogs being put out during the week of vacation because I wanted it to be strictly about family time and just making sure that I'm present in the moment and not worried about things that I got to do for the channel. But we left on first Sunday and we came back on that Friday and we went to Orlando. Of course, when you hear Orlando, you think of Disney, and yes, we went to Disney. I will be completely honest, I do not know how Disney came up in the summer plans. Disney has always been a parents and I family, vacation, either during the summertime or Christmas. Like after Christmas we go to Disney, and so it's just always been one of those two. But we always find a point in time of the year where I'm on break off of school and we go to Disney every single year. That is like our thing. And last year I was in Animal Kingdom and we were there for like a couple hours, and I was just thinking, I was like, it would be so fun to take my siblings with me to Disney next year as in the year we're in right now, 2024. And so I was just thinking, I was like, maybe we'll see, something for summer 2024. And yeah, I guess the trip made it out the group chat. And y'all also know that my siblings go wherever I go. So, if I'm going on an adventure, they're going with me. We've done spring break together, Christmas, we've done Friendsgiving for Thanksgiving, we've done Valentine's Day. I mean, we've literally done it all. Yeah, if you saw 4th of July weekend recap, you know that Sunday was very, very exciting for me. The whole weekend itself, honestly, leading up to Sunday was nothing but excitement and anticipation. Of course, it was church day, and of course, I love first Sundays. It's Communion Sunday, like that just warms my church girl heart so much. But I was also counting down the hours until we left, and I had a timer going. And when the timer went off for 3 o'clock and we were all in the parking lot, I was like, yay, it is time to go. Our meeting spot was Target and we all got our bags in the van. It was a tight squeeze. I mean, a minivan with 5 adults basically. I mean, in all of our bags, like that was a sight to see. So we stopped in Tally at my godparents' house. They are the out-of-town godparents. They live in Tally. And my goddad, he makes this dish. It's like, to me, it's like piece of spaghetti. It has spaghetti noodles in it, but it also has pepperoni and it has the spaghetti sauce too. And then you have the cheese. It's literally like pizza spaghetti casserole, honestly, but it is so good. And he was talking with my mom and he was kind of putting 2 and 2 together. He's like, y'all are gonna be like, if y'all are leaving at 3 and y'all have to drive that far, like there's no way you're gonna get to Orlando in time and everything's still gonna be open. It's gonna be like past midnight. And so he was like, yeah, I got you. I'll make you a little pizza spaghetti casserole, in a dish for y'all to take and have dinner. So that was really sweet of him. We had just seen the out of town godparents in Jacksonville, which was also last weekend recap. So getting to see them twice in 1 week was pretty special. Tally is always home when I come to their house, and so it was just fun to be there. And because my siblings have become such a very intricate part of my life, it was very fun to get to introduce them to some of my family. So we said our goodbyes, left my godparents' house, got back on the interstate, and we rolled into Live Oak at Busy Bee. When you go to South Florida, Busy Bee, you just gotta stop there. It is like a mandatory stop. It feels like a sin if you don't stop at Busy Bee in Live Oak. It's just a South Florida thing. And we got to Orlando pretty late. It was past midnight, and I don't think we went to sleep until like 3 a.m. So Monday was our water park day. The thunderstorm cut it short really fast, but we were there for quite some time. And this is where the story about how I got a new phone on vacation comes in. So it was pouring raining, and we're walking in the rain. My old phone just blacked out when we got to the room. I'm pretty sure it was the rain. It was either the rain or the heat, the scorching Florida heat that I have lived in all of my life. So I got a new one on vacation. This was the reason why the 4th of July edition of Weekend Recap was just a day late, and also it did not have the typical thumbnail that every single other vlog has had. So yeah, that was fun, going without a phone for the rest of the night, but it's okay because I brought my computer with me, my laptop, and so my laptop has all of my social media accounts on it except for Snapchat, but it has like Threads, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. So I was still able to scroll through and not miss anything, because most of my friends, we text like more so on Instagram than like our actual phone numbers. So I was not really missing anything. Of course, there's nothing like your phone and having your settings and just, that's your phone, and so being a whole day without my phone was very weird, but I think it was so strategic how it happened on vacation that it reminded me to be present in the moment. Tuesday was another chill day because we stayed up late on Monday night. I got my new phone, and we were off to Disney Springs. Surprisingly, we did not get anything from Disney Springs, and Disney Springs is huge. Like, they have a lot and lots of stores, and I was like, wow, this is very weird walking out of Disney Springs empty-handed. But we did go to Rainforest Cafe, so that's where a chunk of our money went. So after dinner, my parents went one way, my siblings and we went the other way, and we just kind of were walking around and going to more stores that we hadn't gone to yet. And then we came outside to this gorgeous area where they have this stage, and there was a live artist and performer there with a band, and we sat together, and they were performing songs up there, and they had R&B going, and it was just so good because I knew some songs. Y'all know I love R&B, so they were singing some songs that I knew, and my sister and we were just singing and different things like that. And so it was just this gorgeous view of the lake and the bridge and the pretty lights outside, and of course the stage, and there's just people singing and dancing, and it was just a very cute little vibe going on. So now we are at Wednesday. This was the main event, main reason for vacation. It was a Disney day. My day started at 7:15, and we were at Disney for 14 hours. Yeah, 14 hours is crazy, especially running off of 6 hours of sleep and doing a whole day at Disney. Jesus. My brother wanted to stay all day, so I knew I was going to reach my physical limit. But I have been to Disney a lot of times. I think it was like my 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th time at Magic Kingdom this vacation made. And so never at all going to any Disney park, Animal Kingdom or Magic Kingdom. I have never stayed all day. But it was my brother and sister's second time at Magic Kingdom, so that was valid. So we rode Walt Disney Railroad to get around, back and forth multiple times, up until the last train they had. We got on Tron, which was of course so fun. Space Mountain, It's a Small World, Winnie the Pooh, Big Thunder Mountain, People Mover, Jungle Cruise, Pirates of the Caribbean, Barnstormer, Dumbo, and more. We went to the Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor, the comedy show, Starbucks, of course. We had to get our Starbucks in. We also went to Emporium, and I got me a nice little like pin. So after our 14-hour day at Disney, we were worn out and exhausted. We fell asleep in the car. We all fell asleep in the car. And by this time, we were just worried about the shower and the bed. That was it. And that's a brief recap of the day. Thursday was another pool day. Siblings wanted to do one last pool day before leaving to go back home. So we were there for a couple hours, and then we came back to the room to get ready for Medieval Times, which is a dinner show. It was my second time going, but my sister and brother, it was their first time. They are the two out of our trio that go head to head with each other on just about everything. And it doesn't matter what you say, they always have to go at each other for something, and they're just playing with each other. But yeah, I was like, they are going to love Medieval Times, because especially the fighting part, because that's literally what they do every single time we get together. If we are together and they don't have an argument every 5 to 10 seconds, something's wrong.
Joyous in victory or stalwart in mankind, until the bitter end, if victory must be. I give to you now, Lord Alphonse, the red and yellow knight.
Of course, I love Disney Springs, Magic Kingdom and Medieval Times, the water park and everything, but it's the moments that really aren't the biggest, where we're doing a whole lot, that mean a lot to me. Like the nights that we stayed up talking, and which was basically every night. And I think our last night we barely talked. We were just sitting, on the bed and just scrolling through TikTok and just in the same room together, chilling, not doing a whole lot, and that's what I like, because we didn't have to be doing anything really specific, hardcore, doing a specific activity, because, when you see one, you'll always see the others. And our friendship is very simplistic and low key, and we had not seen each other after the last day of school. Like, we saw each other on that Friday, that last day of school. And then this vacation was like the first time seeing each other during summer break. So first time in a couple weeks, in a couple months. I will say hanging out like together is so hard for us, because we never know where we want to go, either to eat or something fun to do. We can never make up our mind on what we want to do. If we want to go do a movie, if we want to go bowling, if we want to go do go-karts, like if we want to go shopping, like we can never ever figure it out. We're just like, okay. I literally could send my siblings a TikTok, like just one TikTok video for the entire day, and that is just my way of checking in on them and talking to them. Like, that's just how we are. We slept in late and chilled hardcore on Friday, and we had late checkout. We checked out at like 1, which is super late. That is like so late. I've never heard of a checkout time that's at 1 o'clock. Like, that's weird to me. But yeah, we left at 1 p.m., got home around 9:15, 9:30. So I love my siblings, but listen, if we stayed one more day, I feel like we would have been getting on the edge, it would have been pushing the limit. And with them being my unbiological siblings, I do love, when I come back home and I have my own room to myself, and, I get to turn off the switch of being a sister for a little bit. I get back to me and have some me time, you know what I'm saying, and different things like that, because I like to have my moments. I like to have me time, but I also like to be with my siblings. I like to have that, balance. And I'm glad we came back on Friday, because listen here, I don't really like coming back home on Saturday, because, church is the next day. Like, I need that rest day before church on Sunday. So I'm glad we came home on Friday. It just would have been pushing it, because y'all know I like to be my best for church, because Sundays, I like to be happy on Sundays, because that's my favorite day of the week is church day. And I also have to admit, 5 nights straight of not being in my own bed it wasn't bad, but it was just different, and my mattress, it is broken into. Okay. My parents slept on that mattress forever and ever and ever. So it is broken pretty good. And then they got a new mattress and I got their old one. But yeah, so it's broken. Like it's just so comfortable. Ugh. So, I wish that you could just pack up your bed and take it with you. I wish it was that easy, just pack it up and take it with you wherever you go to, wherever you're going out of town, because like my bed is so comfortable to me. It is very, very hard to sleep somewhere else, especially with me having scoliosis surgery. Yeah, needless to say, that first night back at home, Friday night back at home was so good. Unpacking was an absolute monster, but I got it all done on Saturday so that I could have all my clothes out for Sunday and for the rest of the week too. I always feel like when I go to South Florida or Orlando, Miami, like down that way, I feel like I pack my entire room, or my whole life is packed in my bag, because it's just something about, not wanting to leave something. I literally overpacked so bad. The amount of shirts and socks that I was taking out from unpacking was insanity. I did not need all of those shirts, honestly. But it's always like this fear of missing something important, and leaving something behind. And that's why I made a packing list 2 weeks before Disney vacation, so that I could have some time to, think about what I wanted to bring, and also, stuff I needed to put in my Disney bag as well, and just outfits and stuff. I have to have it down or I'm going to miss something. And even in the 4th of July weekend recap episode last week, when my parents and I were going on our little overnight staycation, I had a packing list for that too. I just have to be in order. I have to be prepared. I have to be organized. It's just a huge thing for me. That is a brief recap of a wonderful week with my family. I must say this is honestly one of the best trips that we've done together as a family of 5. But of course, I love every trip that we've been on together, because each trip just has a specific set of memories and moments that are just unforgettable and that can't cross over into other trips, you know what I'm saying? We've done, Christmas trip together, and that's when my brother and I, we got stuffed animals, we got our little Build-A-Bears, and I've had it. That was his Christmas gift to me, and I've had it ever since, and it's always been on my bed, and sometimes I take it with me depending on which trip, I want to take it on, and different things like that. And then we had a Christmas party at my house, and we decorated cookies and gingerbread houses and just everything. And then we've done Friendsgiving together, we've done Valentine's together, we've done gift exchange, lunch, dinner. I mean, we've done everything, birthday dinners. And then of course y'all saw we did spring break in Destin, so that was very, very fun. When it comes down to taking trips together, I say we got it down to a science. We have some pretty awesome memories to look back at, and I'm super excited to add our pictures from Disney to my home screen to keep them in rotation. So that's what I was doing last week, enjoying myself and my family, making memories, and just having lots of fun. During one of our late night conversations, staying up late and just clowning around talking, we talked about the possibility of starting a podcast or a YouTube channel. I gotta say, y'all, if this idea goes through and it's successful and we actually do this like we were talking about, it would be a funny sight. Honestly, I am here for it. Literally, I am here for it, because then you guys would really be able to see how I am with them versus how I am by myself and vlogging on my own channel. That'd be hilarious. Y'all have had glimpses of them, you know, here and there throughout the channel, but I feel like in the first episode, we would break the internet. But if you guys remember, early in the beginning, actually, of kind of taking content creation more seriously here on the channel, back to when I was starting to post more regularly and take you guys along my journey, I was managing 2 channels, and I was still doing my channel, but I was also in a group channel with my middle school friend group at the time, and we just had it all. We had a whole system, and they asked me to kind of put the system together because, you know, of course, me being the most organized, the most, you know, one that's in order and everything, and just kind of got it down. So they asked me to kind of plan out everything, and I was like, okay, you're gonna vlog on this day, you're gonna vlog on this day, you know, just kind of keep the channel going and, you know, put some delegation to it. But it turned out to be a hot mess because, of course, you know, when friendships break and, you know, you have a whole lot of drama going on, one person, you know, does something, and then the next thing you know, their fan club is following them, and so, you know, the whole thing just dropped and fell through. And so we stopped making vlogs and different things like that, and it just went down the line, and I was like, well, if y'all leaving, and I'm leaving too, because I ain't gonna manage a channel that ain't, you know, getting nothing done. But yeah, it'd be fun to kind of recreate that vibe now being older and with my best friends. I was just thinking, like, if we had a podcast or a YouTube channel, that would be very, very funny. So we shall see where this idea goes, if it's just an idea that was spoken about or if it actually becomes a reality. So guys, I think it's pretty easy for y'all to tell. Like, I had a great week last week. It was just so fun to get away from a routine, you know, just do whatever. Not do whatever, but do whatever. I have had the absolute time of my life, and I would do it all over again. I love you guys so much, and have a great weekend.